What's going on, guys? Reckless Ruin here. It's been a little bit, but we're back on this. I'm bringing y'all a Magblade build video today, PvP. I've been gone for a little bit, came back, made this build. It's just straight blocking people. Has great tankiness, survivability, damage is crazy. Sustain is pretty well too. And yeah, let's just get right into it. So we have Necro Jewelry. So 1 arcane spell damage glyph, 1 infused mag recup glyph, purely to help us sustain because of our second set. 1 arcane spell damage glyph. This is what Necro does, by the way, if you don't know. Max mag. And when you have a pet active, your max mag is increased by 3,000. Some people don't know, but what is it called? Your shade procs Necro, if you didn't know. I know that some people actually have no idea, so I'm just letting y'all know. We're wearing New Moon for our other body. It does weapon crit, spell crit, weapon damage, spell damage, physical and spell penetration, and then 464 weapon and spell damage. But then it also increases the cost of your active abilities by 5%, which is the only negative part. But I mean, it kind of has to have a negative since it's like disgusting. So we got New Moon feet, New Moon legs. The reason I have it set up this way is specifically for like the best sustain and best like way that this build should be ran. We got a Necro hands, Necro sash, Troll King for our shoulder. I'll explain why we have Troll King. This should be Impen, not Divines. I just haven't transmuted it yet. We got New Moon chest, Impen, Troll King head, Impen. Then we have a Death's Wind back bar. Defending just to help us with what's it called, having a tankier back bar. Death's Wind isn't ideal. I just like the extra bonus right now. I'm gonna get a Potentate's Resto, and that's what you guys should aim for, is a Potentate's Resto staff. You could put powered or defending. I personally like defending, or you could put infused and then put like a berserker glyph on it. It's up to you. Front bar, I mean not front bar. Then we have the flame staff of New Moon. Nernhone. Again, this is what New Moon does. I also have a flame damage glyph. You could put a what is it called? A lightning glyph for the minor vulnerability if you want. I personally just like flame damage glyphs, and yeah, that's me. We're using Bewitched Sugar Skulls. I like it for the health recovery because we have Troll King, and for the max health and max mag, so it's really nice. I'm just using Alliance spell pots because I need spell power pots, and these are the cheapest things possible. You can go ahead and make your own spell power pots. This would probably be the best way. But yeah, that's what we're using to get more damage. What's it called? 64 in the mag. We're using the Mage Mundus for max mag. And yeah, there we go. So, our skills. Let's get into it. Our front bar, we have Swallow Soul, Inner Light, Mass Hysteria, Merciless Resolve, Elemental Drain. This is basically where we get a lot of sustain from, because if you look, it applies minor magic steal to enemies for 23 seconds, causing your allies to restore 300 mag every second when damaging them. That's because, so basically, if you think about it, your recovery is based off every 2 seconds you get like a tick of mag back, and since this is 300 every second when damaging them, this is equivalent to 600 mag recov that you could get from just this one ability. So this is like a lot of our sustain. So that means when you fight like a Templar, you might not have like the best sustain possible because they'll be purifying this off them a lot, and it'll screw you over sometimes, but you just gotta get used to reapplying it since it costs absolutely nothing. Soul Harvest. This is extremely nice. The combo I like to do with this is either Fear, Soul Harvest into a bow, which will basically, Soul Harvest also increase, which a lot of people don't know, increases your damage by 20%, along with giving Major Defile. So normally I like to hit someone with a Soul Harvest before hitting them with the Will, but also another combo is to hit them with the Will. Try to like tap them 2 times, like with a light attack, and then Soul Harvest, and then tap them like 3 more times, and then get a Will as fast as you can, and Glock someone like that. Then we have Cripple on our back bar, Shadow Image to proc our Necro and apply Minor Maim. It's really nice, and we also use it for kiting in open world and line of sight. We got rapid regen as basically our only and main heal, basically, because that's all you need. Literally, if you have Troll King and rapid regen, they just proc with each other extremely well, since our health recovery is already pretty good because of Sugar Skulls. And your health just goes up extremely fast. We have Harness Mag. You can use Dampen. I just like the extra sustain. I know a lot of people that use Dampen. Siphoning attacks, more sustain. I've been thinking about swapping this over to the other morph, purely because if I run out of stam, I could just use what's it called? I could use this and just get some back. Got Ice Comet back bar. I normally just throw it on front bar when I go open world, and yeah, those are the skills. You could swap certain things out, so like Troll King right here, instead of Troll King, do I have it? Yeah, instead of Troll King, you could run Blood Spawn. Blood Spawn's really nice. Mainly because you have a lot of tankiness as a Magblade. So like, I know my friend does is, you can take off Inner Light, right? Don't use it. Put Cripple front bar, and then put Dark Cloak like here. So now you have Blood Spawn. So the tankiness from Blood Spawn, this tankiness, and this heal at the same time. And it makes you extremely tanky if you're having trouble with surviving. I was thinking about swapping to that as well. So that's up to you guys. That's something that you can do. You could also use Slime Craw, gives you a lot of damage. And yeah, that's like my favorite part. Overall though, this build's really good. I'll show you guys the stats real quick. I'm gonna put it back to what I had. What did I have? Okay, there we go. Troll King, blah, blah, blah. Where's our skills? It's actually kind of crazy, like the damage that we could pull off with this. These are our stats. It's kind of disgusting. Nearly 3k spell damage, nearly 50% crit, 48k max mag, 1400 mag recuv. That's not counting your siphoning attacks, your elemental drain. And if you're an open world with continuous attack, it's really like 2.3 mag recuv. If you're in a duel and you have everything procced up, 2.1k mag recuv, just about. That spell damage goes crazy. That resistance isn't crazy, obviously, because we're not running anything for it, but we have Troll King. So the spell resist is okay. We're also a Breton, so that spell resist goes up to like 24, 26. Physical resist isn't the greatest, obviously, but I could honestly Glock a lot of people purely by just surviving through their burst with Troll King. Again, health recovery is almost at 1,000, which is very beneficial. We got good health in general. What's that, 17k out of combat? It's okay. It could be a little bit better. But yeah, you guys could change these glyphs if you want to tri-stat glyphs instead. It's up to you again. This doesn't have to be a mag recuv glyph. If you think you could sustain with spell damage, go right ahead, put spell damage. You could also try cost reduction glyph, which would work pretty nice as well. I might try that next. But yeah, so New Moon, Necro, Troll King, and this should be a Potentate's back bar, but I had Death Swing. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's glocking a lot of people, really good stats. Actually, let me see my bow when it's completely up. Let's see the tooltip. So 24k bow and a 19k soul harvest. Again, if you proc soul harvest, so it's 20% more damage. So that's 20% more damage added to this. So yeah. Something else that you could try. A lot of people like the Ancient Grace and Necro and stuff like that. I personally don't like it. I feel I've tried it and this build just hits harder than it. And yeah, I've also tried Necro and Crafty. Again, this build hits harder than it. New Moon's just the hardest hitting set in the game by far. And adding it up with Necro, which a lot of people didn't think of, is really nice. So you could also use Bright Throat instead of Necro, which would give you more sustain if you really need it. But again, in my opinion, you don't need that extra sustain. Necro's is better. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll show some footage of using this build, and yeah, hope you guys have a good day. See you.